with regards to like my husband's ISA, I think there was, I I think that basically the solicitors had said that it wasn't possible because it'd been over 3 years since my husband died. And I mean, obviously, me on my own, that would have been it. But Martin pushed and pushed, and he wouldn't take no for an answer because it wasn't my fault that the solicitors had taken so long. He sort of made sure that it was through the way that my husband wanted. It's not fair that my husband puts things in place like an ISA, and because of the solicitors, it then gets neglected, and year after year they don't update and do things. I understand with probate, it's difficult if family have issues from from the other side of it, but I think they should have had a separate solicitor, maybe. Like Martin said to me, it should have been addressed years ago. But if Martin hadn't have been there, that ISA wouldn't have been secured and maximised, which has made a fantastic difference to the amount of interest that's going to be accrued over the rest of my life. I can't even believe he could do that, to be honest. It was unbelievable how he just kept fighting and saying no. It's not the way it's going to be, and he achieved a massive result. That actually it should have been that he's fought solicitors and family members and even the system, really, to make sure that it's right by what my husband wanted initially, and it's I feel like he's done justice to my husband, because that is what he intended originally, and that's massive. And ultimately, for other widows out there, it is about what your husband or your wife wants, and it's not about other people messing that up in the process. But if it hadn't have been for Martin, I wouldn't have had the ISA that's there now, because it is a huge impact on the rest of my life, and for the will and trust in the future. It's going to make a massive difference for other family members and people that are going to have it all passed on. All the compounded interest of that, I can't even imagine what it will be. And the way that Martin does, the way that the interest, it seems to go up then down, but then steps up again, and it sort of keeps stepping all the time. That's the way it seems to me, and it's quite an eye opener to look at, and you think, wow, how can it do that? And then the next day, but then you're thinking, oh, but then it's gone down, but then it's gone up again, but then it's sort of stepped. But the amount I've got already after 1 year is really, really massive. And it's like, when you think all the years that I'll be in, Wilcox and Wilcox and Transact and everything else, the impact of those amounts going up every year, then compounded with all the interest, and it's just huge for the trust at the end of it. When I can keep adding to a trust, instead of it being just a will, as Martin explained to me a while ago. It's not just, if it's just a will, that's just the way it is and it can't be altered. Whereas with the trust, you can alter it. So as and when there's more interest on there, it can be added onto the trust, which will make a big difference to everybody in the years to come. So it could be, really massive boost for everybody in the future.